Timothy Leary holds a unique and curious place in the history of psychology.
Leary had been headhunted by the psychology department in its drive for fresh minds and ideas. Leary won approval for a research project exploring the potential benefits of the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, psilocybin. Leary and his project were certainly popular with graduate students.
He described to me the research he was currently undertaking with the psychedelic psilocybin, and I immediately committed myself to it. I asked him what I needed to do, and he said you just needed to participate as a subject in the experiments and actually take the substance with me and a few other students. So I said yes.
The Marsh Chapel experiment was designed by a graduate student under Leary's supervision. It investigated whether psilocybin, taken in a religious setting, could induce experiences comparable to those described by the great mystics. Randall Larco was one of 10 theology students who took the psilocybin.
I had a real struggle with the chemical, and at one point I thought, in fact, I had died and I was in hell.
Larco fled from the chapel, with Leary following. Outside, his terror evaporated.
It was a glorious sunny day, and I remember seeing an elderly couple walking down the sidewalk hand in hand. This was an image of people who indeed loved one another. The experience that day demonstrated to me the reality of God's presence in all the world.
But still, some of Leary's research students didn't want to take the drug themselves.
Several students had come to me to complain that Leary was pressuring them to take the drug, psilocybin.
Leary argued that only by taking psilocybin could his researchers understand its effect on consciousness.
As word of the drug experiences spread, so did doubts about the experimentation. There were questions about whether the research was scientifically valid, and other uncertainties about whether the research should be done at all, regardless of validity. This is a screenshot from the psychology department website, today. It relates that in 1960, promising young psychologist Timothy Leary began to explore the effects of psychotropic substances on the human mind. At the time of Leary's research, neither LSD nor psilocybin were illegal substances in the United States. By 1962, various faculty members and administrators critiqued the rigor of their unorthodox methodology. In particular, the researchers conducted their investigations when they, too, were under the influence of psilocybin. In the spring of 1963, Leary was fired from the university, and the psilocybin project came to an abrupt end.